Come on, jazz hands, jazz hands. We are live. We are alive. There's Walter doing the, I don't know what he's saying. He's miming. Walter's French now. He's a Francophile.
I do like French pastries, though. I can say that.
Yeah, everybody likes French pastries. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you remember the whole meaning of why we recognize Memorial Day, who we're supposed to be remembering, all of that, as well as I hope you guys had fun and you were safe and all that kind of stuff. This is episode 198, Walter.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
198. I think you've been doing this with me since episode 4, 3, or 2.
Yeah.
No, 2. Since episode 2, I think, right?
Yeah, we were on vacation. We were in somewhere out west when I did the first one and sitting in a hotel room. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been doing this craziness. And it's not even a year. We have not been doing this for a year yet. I think I was looking at the first episode, which was with Vada. Yeah, Voda? And that was like June 12th of 2017. We have not hit a year yet.
Wow. Yeah.
But we've done 200 episodes.
Seems like
almost. Let's not jinx it. Let's knock on wood, because we're only at 198. We're only at 198, Walter.
Well, yeah, gotta keep it going.
Yeah, don't smoke the cigar yet. Mission not accomplished yet.
No, we're not gonna go in the aircraft carrier and say the war's over. Yeah. Not until it is.
No, the fat lady has not dropped the panties or whatever. However you want to do it here. But we're live. We're back. We're glad that you guys are back. Shout out to everyone who's already watching us, who's hanging out in the chat. Shout out to all those guys. It's been a long weekend because I took Friday off because I was just freaking tired. Yeah,
I wondered what happened. I didn't get any official notice. I got the notice via the interweb, which is all right. That's cool. Yeah, I saw the post. Oh,
sorry about that.
That's all right. Now I was getting ready, and I was like,
"What?
Yeah, okay, cool."
Yeah, you should have said, "You know what? Forget it. I'm going
live."
Yeah. Now I heard you were on with Tyven over the weekend.
Yeah, I did it with Tyven on Saturday. He sent me it's funny. He sends me a text that I'm sitting in the drive-thru at Dairy Queen getting some ice cream. You want to be on the show?
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
And I'm like, yeah, when I get home, sure.
Sure. Yeah. Did you feel jilted? I should have sent you. No. I thought you were in the mailing list. Are you not on hankstrange.tv? You're not in the mailing list, are you, Walter?
Wait, hang on. That's just
now. Wait, exactly.
I knew I did that right when you said that. So I got to go to Hank Strange TV.
Yes, you got to go to hankstrange.tv.
Will it tell me if I'm in or if I'm not?
I don't know. I don't think so. If you didn't put your email in there, then you got to put it in there.
Okay, I'll enter my email.
If you search it, you might see, but I don't know.
Let me put my. Yeah, it popped up one of my emails here.
Oh, okay. So maybe you are in there, but you got to read the emails. This is why we send out the email blasts.
Yeah,
we did
true.
that.
That's true.
Yeah, you got to read them as well because there's good info in there. And we also, like, for anyone who got it, if you didn't read it or you did read it, there's giveaways in there. I think tomorrow, we're supposed to announce someone that we're giving that shotgun stock to, which I don't know where it is. It's not here right now.
One, yeah.
Yeah, so we got an ATI, but there's other giveaways that Lyle that was on with us. There's a bunch of giveaways in there. We were also talking about how over the weekend, I think up to yesterday, Big Daddy Unlimited was giving free shipping on rifles.
Oh,
so all that kind of stuff was in the emails. If you're not in it, go to hankstrange.tv. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs ups. Everyone watching right now, we're approaching 100 people. We should get 100 thumbs ups here really quick. We're close to 100 people. So if you're watching us, thumbs ups. I'm going to go through real quick, Walter. We could talk about your weekend, my weekend.
Okay.
We're supposed to have Nate from Silverback Guns coming on. I don't know. He might be having trouble getting on, so maybe we'll get him. I don't know. Lola's going to check in on that one. Big shout out. Look, right there. I am rocking the Fort Scott Munitions hat. Do you see that, Walter?
I see that. So what's that? What's that to me? You got a pile of ammo waiting to be shot up?
Yeah. Amongst other things, we got some ballistic gel that we can test. We got, we're gonna get some ammo that we can test from those guys. Got some. We're gonna be doing some stuff with the
ballistic gel. You know what I've always wanted to do to ballistic gel?
You want to see how fast that kookery can go through it?
After you shoot it up, we chop it up.
Okay, I'm with it. Which one? I think we're doing. Which one is it? I think we were doing this one. If I'm not mistaken, we were doing this one.
Yep, that's
for that thing. So if you got the Hank Strange, if you got the hankstrange.tv email, I think you can still do this because we're not doing that till tomorrow. So you got time for everyone out there. Get up on that. Get up on it. Let me go through and shout out everyone here that's already in the chat. And number one is Tank, of course. Do you know about this, Walter? I can't remember if you know.
Tank.
That Tank is the artist formerly known as.
It's on the top of my head. Go ahead.
No, don't worry about it. We're not going to mention because he wants to be Tank. He identifies as a tank. We have to respect. It's a modern world.
Hey, I don't want to. As long as Tank don't come to my restroom, he's good to go, man.
We got to respect it. It's just like Big Dick Willie. We got to respect it. It doesn't matter if it's true, not true.
Tank, man. Tank.
Yeah. Well, you should like this one.
That's a manly sounding name, Tank.
Yeah. I am Tank Strange. That's not bad. That sounds reasonable.
Nope.
Sounds believable. Tank Strange. Maybe one of my grandchildren will be named Tank. I
always wanted to name you. You ever pick up a wrench and it says Chrome Vandium?
Chrome. Yeah. No, you've told me about this.
I said I've named a child Chrome Vandium.
Yeah, that's badass.
It sounds so regal. Yeah.
So why didn't you name one of the Keller boys Chrome Vandium?
No, I didn't think of it then. I would have got shot. So,
listen, there's an easy solution for that, man. Just have another baby.
It physically is not possible on my end. So, not for lack of trying, but it's not physically possible.
Yeah. Also, I know because this is something we share. We both have boys graduating.
Yes.
Spencer. He graduated last week.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so my younger son, Falcon Strange, he's graduating Thursday, which we won't be here Thursday because it's going to be crazy.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We're going to be running around doing stuff on Thursday, but he's graduating. So, I mean, do you really? I was thinking about it. I was like, do I want other babies right now?
No.
Do I want to deal with this for another 18 years?
No.
Lola's looking at me like, don't say yes, because.
No,
he's like, I'm just getting these boys out, and they're not really out. They're not really out.
No.
Yeah. So, so I don't know, man. We only got to one person in the shout out. Let's keep going down. Joe Carpenter.
What's going right?
Yeah, Richard Hughes. Richard Hughes was shooting with me on the Hacienda on Saturday.
Oh, excellent.
That's right.
Excellent.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Richard Hughes. Excellent. I actually met him at the store. We met up at Big Daddy Guns.
Oh, cool.
These guys right here, the Big Daddy Guns guys right there. We met up at the store. He was driving through. We met up there. He came out. I actually had one of the guys from Big Daddy Guns, Tom. I don't know if you've met Tom or not, but Tom is a huge fan of the Henry rifles.
Wow.
So we did a Henry rifles video, all weather 4570.
Oh, cool.
And Richard came out and we did what? Oh, you know what we were shooting, Walter? You're going to be really jealous of this other than the 4570 from Henry.
Go for it. Oh,
what is the one gun that you've been dreaming about for a year? You've been dreaming. You've had gunpowder dreams. I wasn't going to say wet dreams, but gunpowder dreams about this gun, the one gun that you have to shoot, you have to own. It's the perfect caliber according to some people. I don't know how many clues.
458 Casal.
No.
Oh.
It's from the most revered firearms manufacturer in the
Safety Harbor Firearms.
That's not Safety Harbor Firearms, and also not revered. That's a clue.
Okay.
So what's the firearm manufacturer that's not revered? But I always say everyone should have one. I always say everyone should have one of these. You have one. You have one.
A Styrog. No.
No.
God, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, begins with a H.
Oh, HK.
No, not HK. You've never heard me say that everyone should have one. Yeah, it does. It begins with a H. And
Henry.
No, it's not. Yeah, no. Henry's awesome. Henry's
we're chasing people off. What is it? Come on.
This is okay. Okay, so it's High Point.
Oh, okay.
So High Point 10mm carbine. That's what we were shooting.
Oh, so how was it?
It was good. It was good.
Okay. Was it? Were you pleasantly surprised, or was you?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is it has 10. The magazine's the 10-round magazines, but whatever.
Yeah, you just get going and you got to stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem. But the 10mm, it was good. You know, no issues with it or whatever. So Richard brought that out, and he had a bunch of 10mm. Excellent. So that was cool. We're not making it far on this list. We're gonna have to go faster. Justin E as well. DCG 44s, Vanessa Kitty, Michael Bender. He says, hello, my Strangerholic brethren. Let's see. Michael Bender is sending us mangoes, but don't tell anyone.
Oh, okay.
Let's see who else in here. I'm trying to go through. The Archangel. What's up, Archangel? He says, what up, my Strangerholic family? Glad to be back from Strangerholic's Rehabilitation Center. Wow, that was a rough 4 days. So, yeah, this is going to be a rough week because we're not obviously going to be able to do we already missed Monday. We're here today. We'll be here tomorrow. We won't be here Thursday. Who knows about Friday? So one of these days this week, if we're here tomorrow, that'll be 99, right? So I don't know. We're gonna get to 200. SoCal Gunner is also in here. I can hear myself for some crazy reason. All Thumbs is in. Scamp 900, Boss Hog. Let's see who else we got in here. I'm going through. Jolly Roger USA. And let's see. Special K is also in. Shout out to Special K. And Treadhead 44. The Anku says, what's up, everyone? I don't remember that name. I don't know if I've ever said it. South KC, Armament and Axes, and Walter just went real quiet. Let's see, Chris Bullis, Pyro Know-It-All as well, and LV Louis Cypher, shout out to him. Warsaw Patriot, it sounds like Spencer is coming in.
You got it now, Spence?
Yeah.
Spencer's coming in. Coming in. He's getting mic'd up.
Yep.
Chaos is about to reign in the Strangerholics.
Logical chaos. Yes.
Yeah. As Spencer drops knowledge bombs on everyone. Let's see who else is here. Warsaw Patriot, shout out to him. He says, I went to a memorial service for all vets, including my dead grandfather who served in World War II, in an AB-17 bomber as a machine gunner and mechanic. So, that's the whole point of Memorial Day, to remember those people that died. Yep. And those that are still that probably by this point they're not here anymore, but we never recovered. That fell, but were never recovered. So there you go. Mike Bryant says, hello, everyone. Let's see who else we got in here. I don't know if Screaming Skull Saloon as well. All Thumbs. Let's see. Caviar Hound, Imposter, Tacos and French Fries, The Pants, Matt Main, Alex McElvany as well says, hey, Hank and Lola, my fellow 2A peeps. CB says, yo. John Gillian says, what's up, people? It's Hot Tuesday in Michigan. So and then he's given a bunch of thumbs ups. It's a rainy. Is it raining a lot by you?
Us? Yeah. It did a little bit today, but not much today. Oh,
really? Okay, we got a lot of rain here
today.
But it was on and off. All of a sudden, it would just be pouring rain, and then it would be totally completely dry, no rain. Then pouring rain. So
we had a little bit of that
pissing on a flat rock,
like a cow pissing on a flat rock. There you go.
Oh.
That's what my grandfather used to say.
Yeah, I never heard that one before.
When it's coming down, it's going in every direction.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like a cow pissing on a flat rock.
I get it. Yeah, what were you going to say?
Yesterday was kind of that. The sun was out. It was bright and beautiful for a while. Then a cloud would come over, rain a little bit, and the sun come back out. So it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Now I know some people got some real bad weather. I heard there was some stuff that went down in Maryland.
They had a flash flood. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was bad. I got 7 inches of cloud parked over the city and dumped 7 inches of rain on them.
Yeah, I think there were some people that disappeared. I don't know if they found those people.
The National Guard guy that was helping people got pulled under or something.
Is this flash flood in?
In Maryland, I'm trying to remember the part of Maryland where what is the part of? If someone out there knows what part of Maryland it is, let us know. It'll come up in the chat here in a second. There was that, and then did you hear about these reporters that got killed in?
That tree fell in the car or something?
Yeah, was that North Carolina?
Someplace like that.
They literally just did a story about how you should be careful when there's a lot of rain. Because like sometimes the trees get uprooted and and all that, and then they were driving and I guess a tree fell on them, unfortunately, and
killed them. Ellicott City, Maryland.
Ellicott, yes, there you go. I asked Lola if she ever heard of that. She says she never heard of that.
I think it's a small town. It looks like a small town Main Street USA thing.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, shout out to Matt Main, Nico Sauer as well, Peyton Taylor, Bill Butcher, Lincoln's Mullet. Says, what's up, Mr. FNH, Rocky J as well. The Tyven Show's in, Ridge Runner's in, and let's see, Kevin Doughty as well, James Lawson, Greg 98K, DC2 Mega Boost, 904 Outdoors. He says he's listening but driving. Listen carefully. Listen carefully, 904 Outdoors. Listen with both ears, but keep
both hands on the wheel.
Yes, absolutely. Behave yourself. Follow all applicable laws on the highways.
Eyes on the road.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. We don't want you getting into anything. Enrique Q as well. Shout out to him. Let's see. John Dieter says, hello from Ohio, Bricks. I see William Keller. He says, hi, Hank.
William Keller.
There is a William Keller, yeah.
I guess I don't know if he's related to the rest of you Kellers. But that's not Will Keller because his name is not William.
No, it's not.
Yes. KS Harris says we need more thumbs ups. And so Maryland Harley Ryder says late again, but thumbs ups. So there you go. BHAS Josh says rat-a-tat boom boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new one. So there you go. Shout out to everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend, that you guys were safe out there, and that you also enjoyed yourself. Of course, remembering the people that have fought so that we could be free and enjoy freedom and bring all this trouble to you. The Pants says R.I.P. Illinois.
R.I.P. Illinois.
Yeah, there's some legislation going on there, I guess.
Yeah. And William Keller says, nope, he's an Indiana Keller. Do you have any family in Indiana?
No, sir.
Oh, no, are you sure? Are you sure?
Absolutely, positively.
If his name's Indiana Keller, then wouldn't he wear a fedora and have a whip?
Like Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's true. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so what did you guys do for Memorial Day, Walter?
Yesterday, I went to the shop and I worked on my on Peggy's Halflinger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that was a Freudian slip, Walter.
Yeah, Freudian. Yeah, my Peggy's Halflinger. Yeah, Halflinger, yeah.
Peggy, sure, right. Yes, how's Peggy enjoying that, by the way?
Well, as soon as I get it a little more, I got the battery box reinstalled and the battery hooked back up, so it starts on its own now, and just got to do a few more things, but it's tagged and insured and everything, so it's street legal, man.
How many times has Peggy driven this Halflinger?
Oh, once.
Once? How many times have you driven it?
Maybe twice.
Oh, okay.
Not many more. That's yeah. Soon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. So what else did you guys do?
Saturday we went and saw the new Solo movie.
Okay.
Sunday.
Saturday morning, first thing at the 9:15 showing, bright and early.
Okay. Cool. How was it?
I thought it was all right.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I
know Spencer looked at the whole movie, right, Spencer? You looked at the whole thing. Okay, no spoilers.
What did I do?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to know. Did Walter look at the whole movie? That's the first question.
I didn't fall asleep in it. No way.
Oh, okay. So then it must have been entertaining.
Yeah, there was action, which is good. There wasn't, as I say, a lot of those dark scenes where people are just talking quietly in the corner.
Yeah, with no tanks involved.
Well, yeah, there was violence and things flying and
there was action.
Yeah, action, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no spoilers. There's still people out there that want to see it.
No.
Yeah. No. So I know it kind of had what they call in Hollywood speak a soft box office. I got your soft box office right here. So do you think that was deserving, or that just happened because it was raining and the
I think they say there's been a lot of big movie releases here in the
May there's been Deadpool 2 and Avengers 3 and Solo getting released.
So people look, it's still going to make millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And you got when
it made 103. It made 103. I mean, that's
And you got to look at these things in the long term. It'll make money for forever. So it's not going to stop making money. It's just going to take longer than maybe they expected. So it'll be all right.
And I think a lot of how many of those movies, these big budget movies that we've had come out, actually came through Disney. Even were actually Disney movies. Disney's getting a lot of money.
Marvel's owned by Disney, so I guess that's 2 Disney movies that have come out. And this year, like this season of cinema,
more than 2.
And there's an incredible sequel coming out in June.
That's Disney also. Like one of their umbrella companies. So
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar is under the Disney thing, so it's a branch. So, okay, so good movie. Would you go see it again, Walter?
Yeah, I would. I got to see him 2-3 times because, when the Englishmen start talking in there, half the time you can't understand what the hell they're saying. So, you got to listen close. I do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get it on video, and I'm sure or DVD, how you want to say it.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, yeah.
Yeah. So Spencer, what did you think about it? No spoilers. What did you think about the movie?
I thought the movie was pretty good.
Okay.
There's a ton of action, and it gives it's a good origin story for Han Solo.
Okay. Han Solo was actually, I think, my favorite character. I don't know what's your favorite character from Star Wars, but I always liked Han Solo. I didn't really like Luke Skywalker that much. I know he's like the hero. Princess Leia, she was cool, but she got on my nerves because she's like the only chick in the universe. That's never a good thing.
Only girl in the universe?
Yeah, that's a horrible thing. Who wants to live in that universe where there's just one chick?
There is Rey.
Oh.
Well, there's more than one chick, but she's the chick of attention. Yeah.
Yeah, and now they added a couple of chicks, but she was only the one chick, and then she was kissing her brother and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of. But anyway, Han Solo was my favorite character. So it was a good origin story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Okay. I mean, filled in some blanks, but opened some more too. So
yeah, Brick says Solo was great. Didn't feel forced like some other origin films. Yeah. I think that's what he.
It answered some questions, or filled in some blanks.
Mm-hmm. Like he says, it didn't feel forced like some previous films.
Was that pun intended? Didn't feel forced.
No. I think. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't want to speak for Brick. So maybe it was. Maybe it was. So okay.
Started screaming for Gorn. It's too early for Gorn.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming to that. I mean, one of the things. So in the title of the show, we saw like if you look at it, it says, "Is gun tattoo control next?" And football player harassed over rifle tattoo. So that's that. We're going to talk about that. That is a story happening. There's a football player, but if you're not a Anglophone,
Englishman. Let's correct that.
Yeah, I think. Well, see, if I put Englishman in there, would have made the title longer, and then people will be. Then we'll get into the whole debate: is it football? Is it English football, or is American football? Or are they all football? Is none of them football? So
I got your football right here.
Yeah, we can have that debate until the cows come home and piss on the flat rocks.
Oh yeah,
debate about someone having a rifle tattoo.
Yeah, an English guy, English soccer player.
Yeah, so we can jump into that. We'll jump into that. Someone's asking about the Publix thing. We got a bunch of things. You got Roseanne Barr doing some craziness. That's big news right now, I guess.
Yeah, with Roseanne being canceled.
Yeah.
Yes, Roseanne's canceled. Did you guys even look at that? Because I didn't look. I can't stand Roseanne Barr, actually.
I mean, I remember the old show, but I wasn't gonna.
Well, Well, the actress that plays Sheldon's mom on The Big Bang Theory, she was in Roseanne.
Yeah, that's Roseanne's sister. And
yeah,
okay. Yeah. I have not watched The Big Bang Theory yet either.
Really?
No, I haven't watched it. Is it good? I watch it.
It's a funny show.
Yeah. Nico Ghost Gunner says, "What did you say, Walter? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark." About? He says it's never in all caps too early for Gorn, all caps.
Pardon for about the Gorn.
Yes, how dare you?
Pardon.
That is a serious violation, sir. A letter will be served to you.
Okay, here's your Gorn right here. Hang on just a second.
Now you got to give Nico, you got to give him Gorn because he. Oh, that's good, Gorn. Very cool, very cool. Walter, by the way, guess what? Boom. There you go.
Well. Wait a minute. You won't be outdone.
You dual wielding on me? Oh boy. Let's see what Walter's got.
Come on, there we go.
You got both of yours put together already? Okay, I don't need.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I don't have my AK. I got to put the AK together. So there you go. These are the ATI minis available on ATI's website, ATI Outdoor. Go to their website, ATI Outdoors, and you can get yourself. Yeah, you can get yourself one of these. There you go. So. Yeah, you know what? Over the weekend for the Memorial Day holiday, they had 25% off, but that's gone. It's now 20% off. But the ATI minis are available. So for anyone out there who wants to check those out, go on.
Get it on.
Why is someone telling people to send me dick pics? Who is that? I just saw that go through there. And the Tyven Show says Big Bang Theory is an awesome TV show. So there you go. Just so you know. All right, so let's jump into this tattoo thing because I think that's like the first thing we should talk about. Did you get a chance to read this story, Walter?
No, I'll take a look now.
Yeah, so here, I'll read it for you guys. This one is on ESPN, but if you search football player tattoo, gun tattoo, it'll come up. But you know what? Actually, here, let me not even read the one on ESPN because there's another one that's on The Truth About Guns. Here we go. So The Truth About Guns has it. The title is English Football Player Harassed Over His Gun Tattoo. So this is the UK story. This is the UK we're talking about where civilian firearms ownership is pretty much out of the question. They're talking about grinding the tips off of kitchen knives. And if you have the temerity to actually defend yourself in your own home, plan on being charged and imprisoned, right? We know what's going on there. There was a guy in prison because someone broke into his home, got into a struggle with him. He stabbed them. The kitchen knife, they died. Now they're charging him with murder. That's crazy.
It was clearly self-defense.
Absolutely. So when Maine City forward Raheem Sterling exhibited a tattoo of a rifle, an assault rifle, according to them, on the pitch recently, the pearl-clutching reaction of English society was everything you'd expect it to be. Lucy Cope, who founded Mothers Against Guns after her son Damien was shot dead outside a club in central London in 2002. How could that be possible? They made guns illegal in England since the 70s, I think. She told the newspaper the tattoo was totally unacceptable. This is her quote, Walter. "We demand he has the tattoo lasered off or covered up with a different tattoo. If he refuses, he should be dropped from the England team. He's supposed to be a role model, but he chooses to glamorize guns."
So, first thing, let me ask this woman, did that gun get up and shoot her son on its own?
I don't know. And that's true. And
did that soccer player's father, and did you read what that guy said?
Yeah, he says here, when I was 2, my father died from being gunned down to death.
Gunned down to death. Is there gunned down not to death?
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
This is so bad in so many ways. There's a lot of bad here.
I mean, I'm going on the assumption that this gentleman is an English citizen.
Yeah. But he says, "I made a promise to myself I would never touch a gun in my lifetime."
I guarantee you.
In his lifetime, he won't touch a gun, but maybe if he comes back in another lifetime and he's a cow or whatever.
Maybe they can off him with a gun.
Yeah, if he comes back in another lifetime, he'll do it to save. I'm guessing to save himself or save his family or defend his country. He won't touch a gun either.
So let me ask.
So he's anti-gun. That's the ironic part about this, right?
I guarantee you, his father was not gunned down with an AR-15.
So let's see what gun is it he has on here.
He's got an AR-15 on his leg.
Is that a
It's a car. It's a car 15.
Yeah, it's an AR.
Yeah, he was not shot with an AR-15. It was probably some skanky old handgun.
Yeah,
skanky old gun.
Yeah.
So the handgun prostitute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says, "I shoot with my right foot, so it has a deeper meaning." And he said the tattoo has not yet been finished. So I don't. This is all crazy all the way around. So it's in honor to his father who was gunned down. He put a tattoo on his right foot because that's what he shoots with, which I guess is like, it's a football term. Yeah. He's shooting the ball, like with his foot kicking the ball. Yeah. I don't know if I have to break that down.
You shouldn't use those terms. You're corrupting the children when you say the word shoot.
Yeah. Is that an automatic foot or a fully semi-automatic foot?
So what? Are we gonna put guns on our feet now?
Hey, if I could, I would. If I could, I would. This story is crazy, man. I don't get this. I don't get this thing.
And at the same time, in England, the stuff was going on for people in the chat. If you're familiar with Tommy Robinson, anyways, I just brought it up to Hank there, a guy who's been thrown in jail because of his reporting on or telling people about the Muslims and their raping of going to trial for rape of children. It's like a sex ring kind of thing, and put in jail because he just did what you do. You walk out in the street and confront someone, and I guess you can't do that in front of a courthouse in England, at least especially when they don't want you to.
Yeah, and even if the people are horrible, vile human beings that commit the worst act, any crime committed against a child is 1,000 times worse crime.
Yeah, so
worse than murder.
If you murder a child, it's 1,000 times worse than murdering, in my opinion. It's murder of the innocent.
So yeah, he gets thrown in the clink for a year. So one thing you don't want to do, I guess, in England is voice your opinion. Yeah. So,
I don't know, man. There's a lot of, obviously, this is the thing I tell people all the time, right? People want us to be more like Europe, more like England, for example.
Oh, no.
Guess what?
Absolutely
there's no freedom of
not.
speech.
I don't want to be like.
Absolutely not.
I don't know his complete past. I don't know if there's a movement in England, like kind of a nationalist movement. People are fed up with all this crap going on. And I don't know if he's one of those guys. Some English are very like, oh dear, we cannot upset anyone.
Pip pip,
and cheerio. And stay calm while they steal all your stuff and destroy your country. But people are fed up with it, So I have a feeling there's going to be more of it.
You think a revolution's coming to England?
England, yes. There's going to be change in England. There has to be change in England. There's got to be change in Europe. It's already happened in other countries in Europe where I think in Hungary they said they're going to make it illegal for people who facilitate or help illegals. Make Soros and his bunch illegal in Hungary. Poland's already said no. They're not going to take in these people. So
they're going to start a revolution.
So yeah, it's growing. So that's good.
Yeah, there's lots of problems that the people in England have. I mean, and I know they're trying to do something about it. So, by the way, Lucretia Hughes says, "Hey, Hank." Lucretia Hughes is hanging out in the chat. You remember Lucretia?
Oh, I remember Lucretia. Yeah,
I don't think you were. Were you on the same show?
No, I wasn't on the show. I was watching that day.
Oh, you were watching because I remember you had fun. You had a good time. Yeah, we'll get Lucretia. Lucretia will come back on here at some point. Rodney Brady says that this guy's dad died in Jamaica, not in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how true that is.
So let's dig a little deeper. What was this fella's father involved with?
I don't know.
I don't know anything, but I'm just going to throw that out there if anybody knows.
Yeah. Listen, that whole thing is first of all, it's fine. I think you could put a tattoo of whatever the hell you want on your body.
If you want to put a tattoo of whatever, who cares, right?
Yeah, you're welcome to do it. It's your body. There's lots worse things that people do. I don't think there's anything wrong with tattoos, piercings. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you want to sell your body, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
You know, that's his thing. It sounds like there's some misguided stuff going on there with him. And then it sounds like two people who are people in the same camp attacking each other because the anti-gun people are mad because he has a tattoo and he has this. So a tattoo, it's ink on his skin that cannot hurt anyone.
Well,
it's a horrible thing. And they feel like they have to take away his right to put whatever he wants to on his skin.
I'm going to get a gun tattoo myself.
You should. You have a lot of real estate right for tattoo. You know, not allowed. You're not allowed to have tattoos. He's a grown man, Walter.
I'm 18.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm not. You know what? I think I should stay out of this one.
Try to limit the identifying marks.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you'll get lots of tattoos. They're called scars.
Yeah, I have them all over my hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a ton of them, man.
I mean, if you want to have a tattoo, great, but not me. Not me.
Yeah, you have no tattoos, right, Walter? Yeah, I have no tattoos. So, but I'm not against people having tattoos. It's all good.
Have it if you like. That's it's your world.
But I think it's so crazy. This guy can't tattoo what he wants, and people think that this is the way we should go. He has a tattoo of a gun for whatever reason. It doesn't matter.
And he's anti-gun too.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I'm assume. I mean, he's saying he will never touch a gun. So that's pretty close. That's pretty close to being anti-gun, right?
Well, most of the time, yeah.
Complete and utter irony.
So go ahead.
I think if he actually did, and I've seen this before. As much as they don't want to admit it, they have a great time when you pull a trigger like on a MG42 or something. Mm-hmm. The giggles just come out. The little kid giggles come out when you shoot a machine gun. So.
Yeah. Okay. So by the way, Will says that he got whoever banned Will, unban him. He says he got banned for asking to send me dick pics of a deer. So I don't know why.
Will.
Yeah, he's just joking around. People, no, that's someone in the chat. I don't know who banned him. People, it's just joking around. It's just joking around. You know what? People say that my moderators are
very Gestapo-ish.
Yeah, they are living up to that. They are just living up to that. They're just banning people's asses left, right, and center. So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, there might be someone out there that sends people dick pics. I don't know why someone would want to send me one. So I am not truly worried about that. We're just joking around.
Speaking of pictures, you see where the governor of Missouri, I think it is got caught sending pictures of his mistress. He took pictures of his mistress when she didn't know, and then got caught sending them to somebody, and they want him to resign.
Oh, really?
He's like a former Navy SEAL kind of guy and stuff too.
Huh?
His mistress. Yeah. How is that illegal?
What?
How is that illegal to have pictures of your mistress?
Well, she didn't know that he took them, so that's like somebody taking pictures.
Go ahead. Is this the same thing where he was trying to blackmail her or something?
I don't know about that. I didn't get to that part. But
was she nude in these pictures?
There's a good distinct possibility, yes. But anyways, I saw it on Fox News today, so that's why I was just kind of it poked its face into the Fox News front page. Oh, there it is, right there. Missouri Governor Eric Gritton's expected to announce resignation. Yep. 44 years old.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. I see the thing with the 2 cops killed in Belgium today. It says CB is talking about it. He says 2 cops killed in Belgium today by jihadi. That's also in the news.
I think the jihadi was dispatched also.
Yeah. Mistaken, yeah. That guy was also taken out. Let's see. Where was that? I've got this. There's a bunch. That's all over the news right now.
Yeah.
So that's a bunch of things.
Did you see this is kind of old news, but it's still in the news. The footage of the Hawaiian Airlines woman throwing the bags onto the chute that goes down to the ground. just kind of tossing them out of the cargo hold, and they
that's from a while ago.
Yeah, it's from last week, I think, or something like that. Yeah. I thought that was kind of funny, but not if it's your bags, but
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, All Thumb says the UK demands you will not defend yourself.
And don't tell anybody about it either.
Yeah. And Cyrus 308 says, I think the rotting teeth on most of the English people affects their minds. Okay.
And they're bad cooking.
That's called socialized medicine, by the way.
Yeah.
At least here you have a choice. You can get your teeth fixed or not, but over there it's
and bad cooking in England.
Bad cooking?
You don't like the cooking?
Well, it's an English stereotype, like tea and bad cooking.
Oh.
Well, the cooking, the fare, the food is kind of plain.
Plain.
I mean, you'll have like fish and chips.
I liked fish and chips. It's not so bad.
No, but I mean, just like breakfast with the bangers and mash and beans and eggs.
Bangers and mash are just sausages and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. I mean, I survive. It's all right. You know, it's
it's not the best. I mean, there's lots of other places that have better cooking.
Oh yeah.
The food's not that bad.
I like the England it's not the England food, the Indian food in England the best.
Oh, I never got to
Indian food.
Yeah, if you're in England, especially London, there's a lot of really nice Indian restaurants that you could go to. So
yeah. I'm not into the curry. So
you're not? Okay. Yeah. Screaming Skull Saloon is reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. So I don't know how many of those we got to so far.
116.
116. We're over 100, guys. I think we can get to 200. We've got more than an hour.
More time.
Strap in, buckle up the seatbelts. We're going for an hour. We're giving you just me and Walter, lively banter going back and forward.
And Spence.
You got to hit the thumbs up for that. Okay, of course, Spencer's here. What can we call Spencer? Just like snarky quips? That should be, you know what? That should be Spencer's
snarky quips.
That should be Spencer's name.
Snarky quips.
Yeah, that's what we'll call him. Snarky quips.
That's his superhero name.
Yeah.
Snarky quips.
Yeah. He's just coming out with those one-liners, those zingers. Someone says they love music lover says, I love curry and Indian food. There you go.
There's Japanese curry.
I never had Japanese curry. Never.
This
is my first time hearing of Japanese curry.
I've had sake. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Will Killer Keller says snark for days.
Snark for days.
Yeah. Snark for days. So there you go. So so we've got a whole bunch of things. Do you want to talk about the Roseanne thing? Do you want to hit on that or not? You don't care? I'm not a fan of Roseanne. I haven't watched the Roseanne thing, but I know she got in trouble because she made some racist remarks. So
yeah, and I think
they canceled the Netflix show, right? Was it Netflix?
They canceled whatever show, the new version of it. Is that on Netflix? I think it was on ABC.
I think it's on ABC.
ABC.
Oh, well, I don't watch that anyway, but I probably wouldn't watch it.
And I think they were probably looking for a reason to get rid of her anyways.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, because it was too successful and too pro-Trump. So
yeah, but why here's my thing about the whole Roseanne thing, right?
Yeah.
Why is Roseanne pro-Trump all of a sudden? I thought Roseanne was pretty much a communist.
I don't know. Maybe because she figures it'll work.
That's interesting. And I see from what Roseanne said. So she put out a pretty like a comment on someone that people said, okay, this is racist. I can see what would be, she compared an Iranian born black woman, I guess, to what was it? The Muslim Brotherhood and
a gorilla
and Planet of the Apes or something like that. Yeah. And then she said it was comedy. She is a comedian.
Yeah. But okay. Yeah. Oh, you look at speaking of comedy, look at the comedy of old. Go look at an old Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, comedies.
Or not I think Fred Sanford. What was his name? The black guy that played Fred Sanford.
You're talking about oh my God, Red Fox.
Yeah, Red Fox, and people like that, man. they tore it up. Nobody was safe. There was no
lots of people.
Safe.
Yeah.
And,
go ahead.
And nobody died. I mean, okay, yes, okay. Sometimes it probably got a little dark, but now, I mean, it's instant death to anything. You come out. Well, also that Valerie Jarrett was a big Obama person too. So there's that. How dare you talk about her, right? So or compare her to whatever, but, which wasn't that. I chuckled about it because it was like, oh my God, you hear that? It's like she said what? And then boom, gone.
So did Roseanne hate? So I don't get, like, I'm trying to figure out. Roseanne loves Trump, but she hated Obama because I don't know that relationship. I'm not sure of. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But also, I mean, I'm not trying to excuse any of it. You know, right, I think, you know, the thing is that I'm pretty sure that people have said horrible things about lots of people, and no one got fired.
No,
I mean, that kind of thing goes on. You're right. Yes, comedy, you know, of old used to be really great. Right now, you've got comedians right now that are saying horrible things about Trump's press secretary, right?
They say horrible things about every Trump there is. And the kids, everything. You know, it's like
So the thing is that it's either right or it's wrong to do that. If you can cover it in entertainment, or because I don't think comedians have a special license that no one else has. No, so we either all have the right to say whatever we want to about people. Then conversely, companies have the right to go, yeah, we don't want to be associated with you.
I mean, that's very true. I mean, that's unfortunate. A lot of the people losing their job today, but as a result of that.
Yeah. But you know, there was look. I was looking at the Eddie Murphy. What was it? Delirious. That was the first one he did in 1983.
He makes fun of the mentally retarded. He makes fun of everybody.
He makes fun of gay people.
There's everybody. Nobody's left out. Everybody gets a. He makes fun of black people. It don't.
I mean, and he's black, so he doesn't give a rat's ass.
Everybody was fair game because that's just the way it.
Yeah, and someone is sending me a message saying, "Imagine the outrage if Blazing Saddles came out today."
Well, yeah,
but we don't. But look, we are in this world, and here's the thing: like, it's okay when you use those weapons against someone on this side, right? It's okay. They're saying a lot of messed up shit about man, I forgot her name, but she's related to this guy that was this governor, Huckabee, Sarah.
Oh yeah, Sarah Huckabee, the press secretary.
Yeah, they're saying a lot of crazy stuff about her, and that seems to be fine.
Oh, it's because the left says it, so it's cool.
Yeah, they can make incessant fun of her, and that's fine. Roseanne says this thing, and because maybe she's pro-Trump or whatever, or they think she's pro-Trump, it's not fine. The thing is, it's like it's either you have the right to say it or you don't. At the same time, people have the right to go, we don't like you because you say this, just like we do. Or we have the right to say we don't like these people who say this thing, and we're not going to. We all have the rights to say what we want to say, and then we all have the rights to be mad about it.
Right. Yeah, let's not take that away, because then you end up like England.
Yeah, but you're right. We used to be funny.
How can you be a comedian and not pick on people? I mean, you can't be a comedian. I mean,
well, if you look at Delirious with Eddie Murphy, it's on Netflix. I was just watching it. I know lots of people have like jumped out of Netflix, and I don't blame them either. But I was just watching the Eddie Murphy thing on Netflix. He comes out and goes full tilt.
Oh yeah,
gay people, like the first minute, first minute to first 10 minutes, he just goes all the way in, and it was okay then. Is it okay today if a comedian came out there and did it? Is it okay? Should it be okay? You know, how are we going to think about it? I mean, it used to be. Here's what I think.
Everybody's got such a thin skin. Everybody's offended at anything.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, but my problem is
you don't have to listen to Eddie Murphy.
It used to be equal opportunity, and now it isn't anymore. Now it's only okay if you use it against people you don't like. So if you don't like me or you because we're pro Second Amendment, it's totally good to say all kinds of shit about it.
It's used as a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. You know, but if you if it's someone using it against someone that you do like, then it's that's really offensive. How dare you say that?
You're being mean-spirited.
Yeah. Look at this. There's another thing that happened over the weekend. We didn't get a chance to talk about it because obviously I wasn't here. But did you see there was this woman who accused a police officer of raping her?
Oh yeah. And then
she made false reports, but then they said that they can't press charges because who she made the reports to was not who she was technically supposed to make it to. So technically she didn't make any false reports. So she's getting away with that after she basically she
lied.
If she was able to get away with that, she would have destroyed this trooper.
But I thought there was a camera.
Yeah, he had body camera and he was really professional.
To show that nothing happened. So.
Yeah, he was incredibly professional from what everyone sees looking at the body camera. Nothing happened to her, but she's not even going to be prosecuted from it. And we're living in a world where that's fine. So
I guess.
Yeah, John Dieter says it's okay to stand there holding a pic of a severed head of Trump, but guess what? What's her name also lost her shows behind that too.
Yeah.
What's the name of that chick that did that?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the redhead.
Yeah. So
but all her woes are all because of Trump. Everything is about her is because of Trump.
What redhead?
Yeah, Brick says Dave Chappelle's show was awesome and nobody was safe. He went in on everybody and everything. Classic. I don't know that he necessarily does that anymore. Maybe. I've looked at some of his new stuff. So yeah, it's Kathy Griffin. That's who Florida with Gun says.
Yeah.
Florida Gun says it's Kathy Griffin. She didn't get away with it either. It's a weird thing, but listen, these people are still out there. Roseanne Barr can maybe take her show and go do it on Netflix now.
It was highly rated, so.
Well, that's true.
Highly rated.
Yeah.
It'll make money wherever it goes. And people will watch it.
Yeah, Netflix has infinite money.
Yeah, I'm still not. I don't like Roseanne Barr's face.
Her face?
Yeah, I don't like her face.
Is it because she's old?
She's the wrong person who should talk bad about somebody.
She old?
I mean, what's her face mixed with?
Is it because she's old?
Yeah. An ass and another ass. I cracked up. You know what? I should get extra points for cracking up. Spencer right there.
Yeah, John Dieter says old Don Rickles. Oh God, old Don Rickles is funny.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie Don Rickles was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don Rickles was a funny mofo, and he hated everyone equally.
Yeah. Well, just like Rodney Dangerfield, nobody was safe.
Yeah. Psycho 316 said he sent me a dick pic of Van Dyke and ignored again. I saw it. There's a lot of stuff going on here right now. And Mike Bryan says nobody's asking you to sleep with her, Hank. I don't care. Her face annoys me. I'm not a fan of Roseanne Barr, man. I just never.
All I hear is that from that used to be the opening of the show, that laugh she had like a witch. It's like, oh, that's creepy. But anyways,
like a witch's cackle.
But anyways, like I said, a lot of people lost their job today as a result of that. So that's the bad part. Not Roseanne Barr will be fine, and so will Valerie Jarrett. She's a political hack. But
everyone is going to be fine. If you're alive, you're living in the world.
Yeah, you're breathing still. Nobody put a knife in you because of it.
Yeah. We're all here, and we can't have selective rules. That's the thing that bothers me. Like the selective rules where these people could get away with saying whatever they want. These people can't get away with saying whatever they want. It's like how we put up video, we put up videos just talking about stuff here on YouTube, and people come down on us because we don't like promote violence, none of that stuff. We don't hurt anyone, and then they're like, you can't say this. You can't talk about it. And then other people can promote violence, say whatever they want to, and it's all good. Oh, look, we've got Richard is here. There he goes. Okay, and Pebbles. Did I remember that name correctly? That's right. There you go, Pebbles. Richard is a real pirate. You're officially a pirate, Richard.
I need the patch.
Yes.
Where's your eye patch?
Yeah, can you guys hear Richard? Do I need to turn up his microphone a little bit? Let me see. I'll try to turn it up. Go ahead, Richard. Let's see. Talk a little bit there.
Test 1, 2, 3. High
there you go.
Is the best firearm on the planet.
Okay, you guys heard that.
Very soft, yes.
Yeah, it's very soft. You might, I don't know if you could turn up your volume a little bit, but what's going on, man?
Oh, well, I was teasing, the best way when you got the 4-day break from Hank Strange is just go to his house.
Yes.
Oh.
Lola says she can't hear you too much. I can hear him. You guys can hear him, right? Yeah, we can hear him.
Bring up the audio.
Yeah, Lola, you got some kind of problem. Turn your ears up, Lola. turn up the volume on your ears.
Okay, I got the input set to max here.
There you go. Okay, so I think we're good. I think people can hear you. Someone says turn Richard up, but I think we're doing that. We're working on it. So it is a SoCal Gunner says it's super low. So just Richard, try to project your voice.
Try to talk right into the mic.
There you go. There you go. That's a lot. That's, I think, better. Okay, so you said that you were saying the best thing to do for the 4-day weekend is go to Walter Keller's house. What was
No. Oh, huh?
Go just stand outside Safety Harbor Firearms. Wait for Walter. Actually, Walter, I got to handle the pistol. That's nice. That's nice work.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now on my list.
Speaking of standing out in front of Safety Harbor Firearms, on Saturday, after the movie, we went and bought Will, my son, a new washer for his house, washing machine, because local Sears here is closing, so they have stuff marked down.
Yeah.
So we go buy the
Sears
washing.
are closing in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's unfortunate.
I got this T-shirt from Sears.
Yes. So we bought the washing machine. We come back, take it to his house, install it, take the old one out. I'm gonna bring it to the shop. Cause my dad might fix it or use it. I'm not sure. And we pull in the parking lot, and there's some people in the parking lot in the car out front. And as we pulled around the side, they pulled around and goes, "Is this Safety Harbor Firearms?" And I goes, "Yeah, we're Safety Harbor Firearms."
What day is this?
And it was on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
And it was raining and everything, and I guess they were down in Florida visiting, and they just wanted to see where it was and see if it was open. So, I said, "Okay, well, all right," and they took off. Boom. So.
Oh, okay. So they didn't get a tour.
No tour. No tour.
Yeah, you got to come during the week, people.
Yeah, you got to come to, because we have days off like everybody else does.
Yes,
so.
and Walter requests that you give him a heads up.
Yeah, just don't appear. Yes, please.
Yeah, just a little bit of a heads up call. There's a number that's on the Safety Harbor Firearms website. You guys could call.
Yeah, because we don't have like a storefront, so it's a shop.
Yeah.
So
yeah, or try to communicate.
I might not even be there when you show up either. So you got to make sure.
Yeah, if you want to hang out with the Walter, you got to do this. Now, meanwhile, Richard did come. He made plans with me because he's in hankstrange.tv. He's on our email list. He can communicate with me. He did make plans. Richard, do you want to tell the guys, like, who are you? Other than a parrot. No, is that a parrot? Is that a parrot or
parakeet?
A parakeet. A parakeet. Dude.
Yeah, technically he's a parakeet. There's parrots have a wedge tail. He has a pointy tail, and parrots have a hook beak, and they have 3 toes forward and 2 back. He's got 2 forward and 2 back.
He's like, dude, seriously.
I'm a parakeet, not an example.
Yeah. Okay, and how what's his name? His name is
his name's Pebbles. He's gonna be 23. I raised him. I hand fed him from a chick. He says like 30 words and phrases. Every morning he says good morning, and only in the morning.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
That bird can talk.
Oh yeah. A little bit more than you.
Yeah. He's not. What did we call Will? What did we call Spencer? Snarky what?
I already forgot it.
I forgot. It was snarky something. Snarky quips. No.
Snarky quips.
No, was it snarky? I can't remember. Okay, so Richard, tell us who you are, other than obviously.
Okay. Basically, I'm an IT geek. I do data centers for global corporations, a lot of server virtualization, but I am a gun guy, and let's see, I 3D print stuff. I actually 3D printed an AR-15 lower, which I got in a box over here. And
very
the
cool.
mic holder right here I 3D printed.
Oh, awesome. So, nice. Okay.
Like you can 3D print useless stuff, and a lot of people do. They print stuff that collects dust. I like to 3D print stuff that's useful. And let me grab the box. Hold on.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's see that. That will be cool. So Mike Bryant wants to know, will he say something on command? I don't know. We'll find out when Richard comes back. Will Pebbles say stuff on demand?
Nah, he's not that good about that. He's best when he's a distance away from me. Like my office is probably about 20 feet from where he is in the kitchen. And when he's there and he hears me talking and stuff, that's when he starts chatting away.
Oh, okay.
He'll go through his whole repertoire.
Okay, so very cool.
This is actually, I was testing this. I broke it, but I do have the trigger and the hammer in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually works. You can see it's latched right now. It'll release. This gets printed on the bed on an angle like this because it's stronger when it's printed on these layers. And then there's support structure that's below it. So, and you have to break that away. It even, I don't know if you can see, but it even prints
the grooves. Yeah, it looks like the threads are in there.
They're
okay,
not so good. Like I've got one here with a buffer tube in it. So, I mean, it prints everything. The pocket. I tried a little bit different technique with this one. So the difference between this and the Ghost Gunner is the Ghost Gunner is a subtractive process and 3D printing is an additive process.
Oh, cool. Okay, so what exactly what 3D printer are you using, or have you gone through several?
I got a pretty low-end printer. I got it from GearBest, and it was about $175. I built it myself. It took about 8 hours to build. Now, if you can do an erector set, you can build it. It's all of the wiring was just plugs. There were 2 wires you had to screw, like the mains power you had to screw into the power supply, but that was it.
Okay, very cool. And is there a specific computer that you're using for your 3D printing?
Okay, so the 3D printer will run on its own, but the cool thing to do is, I got it right here. If you have a Raspberry Pi, you can hook up a webcam to it, and it actually works as a print server. So it'll connect to your network. And I can't get. Hold on, I got another one.
Yeah. So now, I'm sure people out there don't know what Raspberry Pi is. I am aware of it because my brother Anonymous uses Raspberry Pi all the time. But you want to explain? Show us that again, Richard, because I don't think people saw that. But explain to us what Raspberry Pi. What's going on there?
So the top part is the Raspberry Pi Zero. The bottom part is just a hub, and I bought some cheap hubs and I just soldered them onto it because they have the micro USB ports right here, which are a little bit of a pain in the butt. The new Pi 0W is Wi-Fi, looks identical, but you just connect by Wi-Fi. It's programmed. You put a micro SD card in, so you just burn an image like you're burning a CD-ROM from an image on a CD-ROM. So you burn the image onto the micro SD card, and you can do a whole bunch of different things. So there's let's see, it's called Octoprint. And Octoprint runs on the Raspberry Pi. You can have a webcam, you can have push bullet. So I could VPN into my network or open up my firewall and I can watch it printing. So this print took 72 hours.
Okay.
So I threw UPS on the printer. I got the camera set up so I could watch it. And, when I'm away from, you got the Hacienda, I have the Hughes Compound Southern Command. So away from the HCSC, I can take a look at what's going on. You can stop it. You know, if you see something going wrong, like the nozzle clogged and it's not getting a good print.
So you can control your printer from anywhere that you have internet access.
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So let me see. I don't know if Walter, I don't know if you've got any questions here. I know you've done some 3D printing stuff as well, right, Walter?
My son Will has. Yes. The Raspberry thing, that's just it's
just a single board computer.
Okay.
Well,
that answers that. Yeah.
Well, my brother has tried to use Raspberry Pi for video game emulators.
Right. Yeah, the Retro Pi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like you know what, we should probably do a whole show on it for the real nerds out there that want to get into it. My brother Anonymous is like a super mega nerd. And you can use it as Richard is saying for lots of things. So if you want your own MP3 player, but you don't want to buy something from Apple or whoever else out there, you can just make your own using this stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, I actually use it right here. I have an Odroid XU4, which is like a Raspberry Pi on steroids. And I use it as basically a Netflix server. It's something called Plex. And along with sonar and radar in transmission. So sonar and radar monitor the RSS feed for different TV shows or videos. So you could say, I want to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It'll track all of the torrents out there. And when the new episode comes, it downloads it. It'll put it on the Plex server, and then you can watch it.
Yeah. And this is my understanding. And please, once again, everyone who's super nerdy on this stuff, realize that I'm not an expert on it. But to me, this looks a lot like back in the days when I first came to America. And even before that, when people were just building their own computers, like, you know, they were building Apples and different things. And people were like, why do you need to do that? And the thing about the whole Raspberry Pi thing is you can really, these are programmable, like little tiny motherboards, like you're saying, Richard, that you can set up to do a whole bunch of different tasks and things that you want to do that no one else has done, or you don't like how they've done it.
Or
they've put it,
things.
Yes. Or they've put in crap that you're like, that spyware and all that kind of stuff.
Right. You know, the Chi-Com's watching you and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the couple of cool things. First off, my office is, you know, like the size of a bedroom. And in Florida here, we're concerned about heat. And if I had a computer I was using Plex on, my mother-in-law's old Vista computer, I'm not so concerned about the power. The power is, you know, a minor concern about the cost, but really it's the heat and the noise. And if I don't have stuff in my office making all sorts of heat and noise, I'm a lot happier. And these things are just as powerful or more powerful than an older PC.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. Walter, if you got any questions, let me know. Muba is saying, "Oh, what's this?" in a very sardonic, voice. He says, "Oh, what's this? I didn't know Hank was still doing podcasts." He's trying like irony. I don't know if I sound like, yeah, he's trying to be sarcastic. That's from Mubut. And there's lots of people asking us to give Pebbles ATI Mini. So I think an ATI Mini is a little bit. Just look at an ATI Mini. First of all, that is way too big for Pebbles,
and it's heavy too. Actually,
yeah, we got to 3D print a smaller.
I got to 3D print a smaller one for.
Yeah. And then can Pebbles, like, how would he even hold that?
Actually, he does hold. He stands on 1 foot, and he'll hold his food in 1 foot and eat it.
Yeah. But, by the way, Pebbles is the first bird to come on the show that wasn't being eaten by someone. Right, Walter? So congratulations to Pebbles. No, very cool. Okay, so you've got some other. I don't know if Walter had questions. I know people want to see some stuff. So let's see some other stuff that you 3D printed, or is that it?
Hold on. Yeah, I got to get the box. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, there we go. Walter, what do you think about the whole 3D printing thing? It's a good way to make prototypes. Or?
It's cool. Yeah. It's advancing quickly too. The whole process and different processes. Yeah. That was cool.
We're seeing a lot of stuff getting 3D printed nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, commercially, we're seeing, like, for example, even in the gun world, there's those 3D printed suppressors.
There's grips.
Yes, grips.
3D printed prosthetics.
So I was printing a vase mount for my monitor. I wanted to do something a little bit different with my monitor setup here.
Okay.
I am a lefty, and I took somebody's design. So you can go to Thingiverse, and you can download other people's designs. This is actually a holster for a Glock, and I converted it to fit a Canik TP9.
Oh, cool. Okay. Cool. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, and here's another version of it. I printed, and sometimes you realize, hey, something goes wrong. This is a DSLR camera rig grip that I printed up all the parts for, and it didn't work.
Yeah, because you're into camera stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I used to medium format photography in New York.
Yeah, and so for anyone who doesn't know, Richard has been like hanging out here on the podcast and all that kind of stuff. Richard Hughes, right? You've been hanging out on the podcast for a long time. He's also a pilot.
Oh.
How many times have you crashed your plane? I was looking at some video.
So my buddies say 2.5 because there's the 2 crashes and then the one where the brake failed and I retracted the nose gear. I'll tell that story first. I was coming in for a landing with 3 people in the plane at a short runway. And when I go into that runway, what I usually do, let's see, that was Rough River, Kentucky, Falls of Rough, Kentucky. I try to get down on the ground as soon as possible and then hit both brakes to make sure that, the brakes are working and I can stop and get the nose planted. Well, I did that, and the plane doesn't have a steerable nose wheel. You steer by differential braking, kind of like a tank. And I only had the right brake, which was going to bring me off into the grass where all the other planes were parked. So I could have done two things. What I did is I retracted the nose gear. I had a skid plate under the nose. Pretty much on the brake caliper, I blew out an O-ring. I replaced the O-ring. Airplanes use hydraulic fluid for everything, so it's basically transmission or power steering fluid. So I went to the auto parts store. I bought some wrenches. I got a new O-ring, got the brake fluid. I'm sorry, the power steering fluid. Put it in the system. I flew out that night. But yeah, the video's there.
Yeah. And I think I saw another one where you crash landed. Was it in Long Island? Looked like New York.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The first crash, I was coming into land at Islip MacArthur Airport, and the fuel injection system I had on that plane, apparently if you go to idle at full rich, I found out afterwards, you'll have the problem of the engine stalling and not restarting. So when it didn't start, the only thing I didn't try was full throttle, full lean, which would clear a flood condition, which I didn't think about doing. And when the engine failed, I'm like, oh, okay, I got good glide distance. I'm at a good angle of attack to make it to the runway. I'm just going to look stupid pushing the plane off the runway. And I had a 25-knot headwind. I was never going to make it to the airport. Yep.
Yeah.
So I hit two houses. That plane was not repairable.
Yeah. Crashed into someone's living room. So I know we've all seen, the reason why I'm asking about that for anyone who wants to know, we've all seen that in the news where some dude crashes into people's living rooms in a plane. That guy. Yeah, this guy right here.
He's still alive, and the people in the house are still alive, I hope.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I'm getting better at it. I was flying from Monroe, Louisiana, where they do Duck Dynasty. So I was flying from there up to the Mayo Clinic for my next job. And the canopy flew open, and it's a pusher prop. So basically same design plane as I was flying the first time. Everything flew out of the cockpit, went through the prop. My headset went. Took off about a foot of one blade.
Oh, is that an EZ or something like that? Or
yeah, it's basically it's a double wide easy. It's a cozy, so it's a 3-seater, 2 up front and 1 in the back.
Okay.
And
I was gonna say, when you came down, your nose down, that'd be kind of bad with an engine in the front.
Oh yeah. So a gear up in one of those is no big deal.
Okay.
So Mike Bright asks, how many crashes do you get before they take your license? So it doesn't work that way. The FAA, like the NTSB, investigates, and the FAA pretty much doesn't do anything.
But I mean, it's like cars, right? Planes are supposed to replace these kinds of planes are supposed to replace cars. We all have broken down. I don't know how many I've broken down. I'm trying to think how many times I've broken down on a highway or whatever. At least 10 times. Except if you break down on the highway, you don't crash.
Yeah, there's a couple of subtle differences.
Yeah. I mean, some people have crashed from the highway into people's houses.
Into the second floor of people's houses.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily the same thing. Okay, let me see. There's lots of talk here in the chat about the O-ring situation. The Archangel says, not good to blow out your O-ring.
O-ring.
Yeah, and then someone says, I only blow out my O-ring when I eat beans. Yeah, they're all trying to be snarky.
Trying to be comedians.
Yeah, they're trying to, some of them are funny. I think some of it's funny. Okay, so cool. Let's you know what? Let's get in here. Let's show some gun stuff. Walter, do you have some stuff?
I'm sure I could get some. I don't have anything immediately.
You have some guns that you want to show the people
that you haven't seen before.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Richard went to get the 10mm, but it would be cool if we could see that. I did do a video on it, so that's gonna be coming up.
Speaking of guns,
what do you have there, Walter?
Oh, damn, we gotta shoot this thing. This is a hand cannon.
A hand cannon?
Yeah, this is a
black powder revolver.
Black powder, the
oh, that's good.
44 caliber. What do they call this? The my brain went blank here. It's the Dragoon.
The Dragoon, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is a beast, man.
Yeah, hold it up a little bit. Hold it up. Oh yeah, look at that. That's
This
nice.
is a beast gun. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a replica, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't have enough. I don't want to sell my house to get a real one. You know, or half
Wait,
my house.
that's a replica?
It's a replica. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have
it
all the
doesn't
stuff. I
really
have all the
shoot?
ammo and the caps and everything we need to shoot it. Just got to get out and do it.
It doesn't really shoot.
Oh yeah, it'll really
Oh, it
shoot,
does. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a working replica. What company is that from?
This is Uberti.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought this. It was on sale one time, Midway or one of those companies, or Cabela's or something. Got a good deal on it, so I couldn't pass it up. Always wanted one. So, and the outlaw Josie Wales in that movie has 2 of these.
Yeah. And then someone wants to know what CZ is behind me. You guys have probably seen this a bunch. So there we go. That is the Tactical Sporter right there.
Oh.
The Tactical Sporter. You've all seen this here on the. There you go. Beautiful CZ with the orange grips. And there you go. Here's all the details on it. CZ75 Tactical Sporter.
Tactical Sporter.
Got an orange grip.
Yes.
Gotta say that with attitude.
Lots of people. What say orange grip with a
Tactical
attitude?
Sporter.
Tactical
Okay.
Sporter.
In a world.
In a world with ordinary CZs, we have
Yeah.
the one that's called the Tactical Sporter.
Yeah, exactly.
With
So
orange grips, by the way.
yeah. Just to make sure that it stands out. I think like grips are a thing with CZ, right? The color of the grip.
I guess.
That's a thing. What do you have, Richard?
Oh, hey, let me start with something I printed.
Okay.
You printed a gun?
No, this is
Oh.
a PS90 magazine, but it was I think a 30 rounder. I printed a huge base plate on the end here,
Oh, cool.
and this way it's a 50 rounder.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Actually, Hank, I brought this to your house, but I didn't take it out of the box.
Oh, really? What is this shot? Is it a shotgun? Looks like. Yeah.
This I got at Walmart. This is a TriStar shotgun, and it was super reasonably priced.
mhm.
And I like to shoot sporting clays at OK Corral, so I took it out there.
Okay, very cool. Someone wants to know what is the length of this barrel. I have no idea. I'm gonna say this is like what? It's longer than it's longer than a 6-inch barrel. I don't know.
A little bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit longer than that. So, I don't want to compare sizes. Anything like that might get embarrassing.
Burl sizes.
Yeah, burl. The burl sizes might be.
Any Talker fans out there?
There you go. Hold on, let me lock it on you, Walter. Let's see this Tokarov.
This is actually a Yugoslavian one. This is an M70A
Yugoslavia.
in 9mm.
Yugoslavia.
Or Serbia now. It's not Yugoslavia anymore. It's Serbia.
This looks. Have I seen this gun, Walter?
I don't know if I ever had this out with you shooting or not. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks kind of newish.
It is new, actually. It's not a surplus gun. This is a current production. The Serbs still make these.
Okay.
And,
Nice.
It's just like the Tokarev, except it's got a safety up on the slide.
Yeah, Big Al says, I'll show you my CZ Shadow if you show me yours." Yeah. Okay, so all right, what do you have there, Richard?
Well, okay, so here's the PS90, the backplate that I 3D printed. I don't know if I got a good
Yeah, we can see it.
view of that.
So this went from how many rounds to how many rounds?
30 round to 50 round.
Okay, so you got an extra 20 rounds in there just from changing the backplate.
Did you have to get a new spring, or is it existing?
No, it's exactly the same spring.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
is that scope seems way up in the air? Am I just imagining things, or
Yeah, it's a little higher. I don't know. Hey, Hank, do you know that there's a iron sight on your PS90?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think the old school ones have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not
Is
gonna
that
be able
what-
to see it. But under the Picatinny rail is actually an iron sight.
Okay. So is that the original? That's the original height that they used to be, right? Or is that Is it like, so the height on yours, is that elevated a little extra? Did you?
That's a little higher.
Seems a little.
It's a little higher. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have the money for the big optic. The actual PS90 optic sits low, like you'd remove the Picatinny rail, and the actual optic would sit lower.
Okay, so how does it work for you with the optic and everything up higher like that? Is it good? Works for you, or?
It's pretty natural. It's just about the right height. It might be a little high, smidge high.
Okay, very cool. Walter, did you what is this? What's Walter coming up with now?
This is another Serbian pistol. It is a knockoff of the SIG P226, if I'm not mistaken. Made by the Serbs. It's called the CZ999, but it has nothing to do with CZ. So that's just what they decided to call it, I guess, in Serbia. This one I haven't had out with you either. It's 9mm, high capacity, actually double stack mag, just like the SIG, except not $800 to buy or something. So
yeah,
I'll have to bring it out to shoot it.
Yeah. So the Tyven Show has a question. He says, if you were going to buy a pistol on Big Daddy Unlimited, would you buy a Glock or buy a revolver, 9mm or 357? Interesting question. It depends on what guns you already have. I definitely think the Tyven Show should get a Glock, since he famously, he famously has issues. He has issues with the Glocks. I think you should get one, and we should see how long it takes the Glock to deteriorate.
Just for Tyven, this has a steel slide and aluminum frame, so no plastic here.
Right. Very cool. Richard, let's see. Richard, did you have something else? Moobutt says he watched a Stargate marathon this weekend. PS90s galore.
Did you see me in that one?
That's why I got it.
Stargate. Did you see me go to the Stargate?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, and people want you to do a video of your Stargate. Razor JB says buy a Glock from a local shop. That almost rhymes. And then MDS 8168 wants to know, Walter, how's that SIG Rattler working for you? Looking at getting one with the brace.
Rattler works great. I haven't any problem with the Rattler at all. Need to shoot it some more, but it's been fine so far.
Yeah. And Big Al says he's at 1,000 rounds through his SIG P365 with no issues yet. I didn't just do mag dumps, but shot cleaned after every outing, would shoot about 150 rounds per shoot, and everything looks good. Interesting enough, Richard, we were shooting a P365.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it, actually. It was cool, but we didn't get anywhere close. I know that there's some things out there. I think Mac was having issues at 800 rounds or something like that in his videos. I don't know, you guys.
60 or so.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like you're holding up a 5.7 pistol. Yeah.
If you got the PS90, you got to have the 5.7 to go with it.
Yes, I agree.
So that completes the collection.
Yeah. I used to have the collection, then I sold it. I should have never done that.
And I was thinking the same thing before you said that. I was like, these things are useless. Why do I have them? I might just sell them. And then you said you regretted it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep them.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's not so. Sometimes you sell guns, and there's plenty of them out there, but then it's not so easy to get back in because a different gun comes up that you have to have, and then when you miss your gun that you did have, you don't have it.
Well, the funny thing was, I had 1,000 rounds of the 10mm, and I'm like humping that out of the trunk of the car, and then I got 500 rounds of the PS90 ammo in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Walter, are you showing us the Dragoon again?
No, this is another one.
Keep your Dragoon in your pants.
Stop dragooning your guns out.
Yeah.
This is a
you just dragooning on.
Yeah. This is another black powder pistol that I've not shot yet. Brand new. It is a what is it? What's the model here again? I forget. 1851 Rev Nord Navy. So it's a Navy 1851 style. Brass frame. So 44 caliber.
Very cool. We need to just do a black powder day, man, where we just shoot black powder guns. By the way, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs ups. We're like at 149. I'm pretty sure we still have time to get to 200.
Because I have two rifles that I haven't fired either. So
hey, my wife said if you get to 500, she's going to come in naked.
Okay.
I just heard that.
Really? Don't make such things because people will be like, wait a second, we gonna make that
How
happen.
old is your wife?
Oh, okay.
You never asked that question.
Yeah, Spence.
I don't even know.
Spence, does
Never.
it matter if you have the opportunity to see a naked lady? Don't look a gift naked lady in the mouth.
Wait,
Or
let's
something
put a
like that.
picture on the wall here.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Huh?
Gotta move the bird.
Oh, wait, Pebbles escaped?
Wait, is that? There she is.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so now Spencer, now you're okay? You're okay with
Yeah.
500. So who's got the app that knocks the?
yeah, Spencer, get to work. Tell all your friends to go on the YouTube.
It goes like a freaking slot machine in Las Vegas.
Carl Compton's got it.
Yeah. Go tell your friends to go on the YouTube. Go to Lifestyles of the Lacto. Okay, all right.
Now.
Yeah. Music Lover says more naked pictures of guns. So,
only one I haven't shown. Hold on.
So what? Firearms porn?
yes, Gorn. We call it Gorn, Spencer.
Gorn.
Yeah, here's my Glock magazine using
All right.
pistol caliber, caliber shooting carabine.
There you go.
There you go. So this one I built with mostly parts from Gun Tech USA. So there you go. The lower is from the Firearms Farm, or the Farm Firearms Work. They changed the name a little bit, but there you go. Lots of parts. All the pistol grip is from Gun Tech. Same thing with the sights, iron sights. So
All right. Spencer,
I like that. I enjoy that.
Tyvan's asking, what's your favorite gun or pistol, rifle or pistol to shoot?
22.
How do you like your 22s?
Easy to carry.
No. How do you like them? You like them quiet,
I like them quiet.
suppressed. Yeah. Or you call them the stealth guns. The
stealth guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing beats a suppressed 22 is so awesome.
Yeah, the type of guns a ninja would use.
Ninja.
So the Tyvan Show sent me this, which is kind of weird, but it looks like the Tyvan Show riding a motorcycle naked.
Oh, come on!
Is that what we get for 200 thumbs up?
Yeah, we didn't get to 200 yet.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, God.
It's too late. I already put it up. So there you go.
I'm gonna pull a Roseanne Barr on you and complain, get you fired. So
Okay, speaking of Roseanne Barr, someone sent me this. Okay, actually it was Silverback. Dispatches from the Nut Farm, Roseanne Barr. So there's Roseanne Archie.
Roseanne Archie.
So there you go.
Unintended.
Yeah. I don't know what Roseanne's political leanings are crazy.
I thought she was a leftist, but
she's in the party of crazy.
She's in the party of I can't decide.
Yeah.
She's married to Tom Arnold, right?
Used to be.
Used to be.
Okay. I think they're arch enemies now. If I'm not
but he's
they're big
left also.
He's a leftist. He's a big time leftist.
Yeah. Oh, he's crazy. He's also crazy. He's also so Florida Guns sent me a bunch of pictures of some of his guns. So let me see if I could scroll up. And this is a weird one right here. It's a turtle. So you've got Pebbles. Richard.
Watch out.
I don't know.
Turtle's got a gun.
Yeah, this turtle is armed and dangerous. I don't know. Spencer will have to come up with some turtle joke. I don't know.
Bowser's got a gun.
It's coming out of its shell. I don't know. That's not a good one. That's not funny.
Looks like Bowser's got a gun now.
Yeah. Okay, Walter, here you go. Walter got a pistol out.
Yeah, this is my my homemade receiver, 80% receiver gun that I did a while back, just to have one. Because they call it ghost gun pistol.
Ghost gun? You make guns every day.
Yeah, I know, but gotta have different stuff every once in a while.
So I'm gonna claim to be a noob. What is a Sten gun?
British submachine gun from World War II. So it's a combination of two guys' names. Something. I forget the guy's first name.
Yeah, some guy named Stu and some guy named N.
Stu and Turley or something like that, and then they came up with Sten. But anyways, you know, the Brits at the beginning of World War II didn't have a machine gun, a submachine gun, a cheap submachine gun. So, and the Thompson was too expensive, and some other ones they had were just too involved, too complicated. So they set out to design a cheap, easy to manufacture machine gun, and they came up with it real quick, and set about making it, and it worked.
Okay.
So, and they made them by the millions, thank God. So, because they're still all over the place.
Mike Bryan says, "Is it Sterling and Enfield?"
I thought actually, if I pull out my book I got here, I probably can find the answer pretty quick. But I think it's actually two different men's names. But
yeah. And Armament and Axes, Richard says, "At Richard Hughes, I'm disappointed in you for not knowing what a Sten was."
That's okay. But, you know, the hardest part about not knowing something is, or you're wrong, is just admitting it. So
yeah, we don't all know everything.
I don't know every freaking thing. I learn new stuff every day. So, you know.
Learn something to do every day.
And Mike Bryan says, Roseanne Barr, she's a conspiracy right-winger now. So she's in the zing wing of the right wing.
So she believes she believes in aliens and ghosts.
No, that's the aluminum foil part of it. You know.
Yeah, that's the space wing of the right wing, zing wing.
Okay, Harold Turpin was one of them, and Father Bennett, he was a Turpin.
So, Walt, you make a kit for that?
We sell replacement barrels, barrel nuts, barrel trunnions, receiver tubes with a bonded template on it. So you got whoever does whatever they do, they got to cut it out themselves. So yeah, parts and pieces, replacement parts and pieces. Harold John Turpin, and let's see here. Who's the other guy here? Maybe that's.
So Armament and Axis sent us Wikipedia.
Yeah, just rub it in.
Yeah. So he says Sten is an acronym from the names of the weapons chief designers, Major Reginald
Vernon
Shepard and Harold Turpin.
Correct.
So an EN. So for Enfield. So
maybe kind of sort of, yeah. But anyway, nevertheless, in quick order, they made lots and lots and lots of the things, and it's
very popular. If you have never shot a Sten gun, I think that you should do that at least 1,000 times before you kick the bucket.
I agree. Yeah. But very cool. There's little different variants of it. In the end, the Germans actually copied it for one of their Volkssturm guns, the last ditch guns.
Okay.
But yeah. So that goes to show you, eventually the Germans came to the dark side. So the darker side, and the Germans can't. A German has a hard time making a cheap gun. It's just not in their. It's not in their nature to make a cheap gun.
Okay.
Or not complicated gun. It's just not. In the
Germans like making over-engineered stuff. Really?
Jawohl, Herr Kommandant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but you have some papers, yeah.
There's nothing in the German language to say over-engineered. Yeah.
Like it's not over-engineered. It's not proper. So,
yeah, exactly.
Like Volkswagen.
Right. And
that's under-engineered. What do you do?
The original one was very basic, actually. But
yeah. So J-Rock says, Walter, let's see your phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Does this plasma rifle actually
it's charging right
plasma?
Now? Back in the nuclear power plant in the backyard. So just be patient.
Yeah. It's charging right off of a solar panel.
Yeah, and it's dark outside, so I got good solar panels.
And Nico Sauer says that he has a transferable Sten at the store for sale that we got from NC Police Department.
Oh, really?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, Nico, what do you guys want for that?
Yeah, what's a transferable go for nowadays? I have no idea.
Yeah, so let us know, Nico, in there. We would appreciate it. And Richard, you wanted to tell us about something you got going on?
Oh yeah, hey, I'm doing a router giveaway contest. I'm actually giving away 2 routers on my website. So if you go to flyingrich.com, you can sign up for it there.
Routers, like CNC routers? What kind of routers?
Yeah. Did you? Okay. I don't know. He looks like he's talking to someone.
Yeah, I told my wife like, hey, I'm gonna be going on live on a podcast, and so she knew what to do. And my daughter just came home from work.
I'm going live in a podcast, and everybody thinks you're going to take your clothes off. So,
Yeah, that was the signal. He was just giving the signal. they might get to 500.
So make sure you.
Yeah. So Walter was asking about the router. Walter's showing another gun there. There you go. What was that question, Walter?
Is that like a CNC router? What kind of router?
Oh, no, like home router. So
okay.
It's I did a couple of videos on hacking T-Mobile AC 1900 routers to get more functionality out of them.
Oh, that kind of router. God.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
no, you're
like
a machinist. That's what you think.
Like a mechanical router, not like a what are you doing behind me?
Yeah.
These also work for this.
Yeah.
That's where you want a steel frame, Tyven. You want a steel frame when you got to do it for a.
When you got a good, when you need a good beating.
You need a good whooping. Anyways, routers. Yes, routers are cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So Walter, I've been wanting to ask you a question for a while.
Yes.
I love that ghetto Luger. That is so
ghetto.
cool.
Yes.
And I don't know if you could explain it, if it takes a long time to do it, or if it's worth you doing a video on it. But the machining and why they designed it that way I'm just fascinated by it.
All right, Richard, it's a German gun.
I'm like, what's the predecessor to that? Where do they come up with the,
God, I'd have to do a little. I mean, I've heard the story of the Luger and all that stuff. Those guns kind of evolved, early at turn of the century from lots of different things. But that's a machinist nightmare. And back in the old days, if you had 100 operations, that means a lot of times you had 100 machines.
Oh crap!
Because each machine did a separate op. So one machine's cutting this thing, another machine that's cutting this one, and they go down the line. It's something I wouldn't want to machine nowadays just because of the time involved. I mean, there have been there's a guy in Germany now that's making modern current production Lugers, but he gets like $5,000 for a pistol.
Whoa.
So yeah.
That is insane. By the way, guys, this is a little off the subject. So Nico Sauer says there are people bidding on it currently, but I think the buy it now price is 12,000.
Really?
I'm assuming that's 1,000. I believe that's what. Yeah, huh? For Sten gun, yes. I could be. I don't know if that's 12,000 or 100.
No, it's not 1,200.
Well, it's 12,000.
At one time it was, but not anymore. I don't know they're worth 12,000. I mean, but hey. Okay, here's the deal. If it is a Curion Relics Sten, meaning if because of its age and being original, if it's a Curion Relic, it's transferable to a lot of places. Some states you have to get a machine gun, it has to be CNR. So it's worth more money in those states if it's CNR.
Oh, I see.
Like
it still gets under the radar in a bunch.
Yeah, like up in some of those northeastern states where they can have pre-banned assault rifles.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't have the current stuff because it's pre-banned, like that Bushmaster of mine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I could sell that easy up in Connecticut and get probably double, triple what I paid for it, but because it's pre-banned.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And here I'm gonna lock this one on Richard for this comment because this is from Screaming Skull Saloon. He says Pebbles is cracking me up down there in the corner.
Is that Pebbles Cam?
Oh, Pebbles. I think Pebbles heard us say his name. Yeah. Hey, Pebbles. Food. Pebbles getting food right now. Getting food. There you go.
So how, Richard, you said Pebbles is 23.
Yep, he'll be 23 in July.
What is the average life expectancy?
I got to cover his ears to say.
Oh,
19.
okay. Pebbles, don't listen to this.
They say 25 to 40 years. And the girl I was dating when I got him, her bird was 27 when he finally passed.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh
So
dear.
you've had a relationship with this bird longer than you've been married.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tease my daughter, who's not my daughter through natural processes, should I say,
Adopted?
that he's her older brother.
Mhm.
She's adopted?
The bird gets everything. Don't move or the bird gets it.
She's
Believe
adopted?
it or not, my daughter is borderline hoplophobic.
Oh, okay.
Hopophobic?
Yeah, you-
Hoplophobic.
Okay, explain that to us.
It's a fear of guns. It's an irrational fear of guns.
Oh, okay.
So,
Huh?
Irrational.
Here's how you get over your fear of guns. Just hold one and try to shoot it.
oh yeah, I've gotten her to the range. I usually have to bribe her to get her out to the range, but she shot the PS90. And the funny thing is, she's from China. She's 5'1", and she shot my PS90. I got pictures of it. I hand the PS90 to my wife. My wife's like, "Oh, it's too heavy. I can't shoot it." And I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, she'll shoot. But she's been, I guess, indoctrinated because she sees all of the shoot 'em up movies. What's funny is if I pull my Mosin Nagant out, she's not scared of that. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? That'll shoot through this house and the house next door, 2 houses down." I'm like, "That's more deadly than anything I have here."
Yeah, people get scared when I pull my most in the gun out. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
Why not just swing that gun around like a cowboy?
If you got the 2-foot bayonet on it too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. Hold on a second. So Nico Ghost Gunner Walter said the direct predecessor of the Luger was the Borchardt C93, but there were other ideas added in to make the Luger.
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably so, yeah.
Vanessa Kitty says pre-ban Colt here is 3,000 or 3. Wait, hold on a second. She said 3,000 grand, but I think she meant 3 grand.
I have one of those
one.
too, by the way.
Pre-ban Colt.
Yeah. Well, as Brownell will call a retro gun, that's the one that I have, which is a just like the one they're selling, but a real retro gun. Yeah.
Right. And Gorillas and Guns wants to know, Richard, if you're going to bring Pebbles when you come visit.
Yeah, because my wife and daughter don't handle the bird. So when I go out of town, I travel with them.
Okay, very cool. And by the way, Gorillas and Guns, I think I saw him. He said earlier, there's a lot of stuff going through the scroll, but he said earlier that they're halfway to getting that gun from Mike Bryant. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, let's encourage people to go to Gorillas and Guns on Patreon. What was this thing on Patreon? Gorillas and Guns. Yeah, go to Patreon, Gorillas and Guns, and help out with that. Walter and I were talking about that we should come up with a try to figure out a way to help in this whole thing. I don't know if you had any ideas there, Walter.
Well, right now I'm thinking about guns, but
I'm talking about guns.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not taking away from anybody or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, actually, I haven't as of late. But
okay.
Shot bird.
Yeah. Okay. He squawked right there. So let's see.
Anybody out there have a Canic 55 or a Stingray C?
Which is I got the original TP9, and actually at Big Daddy Guns they got the SFX Elite. That's a sexy looking gun.
Yeah.
This is basically a CZ75 compact, just made in Turkey.
Very cool. By the way, go ahead.
All steel, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Gorillas and Guns says he has a GoFundMe for it now, so that's cool. And Dr. Warp Speed says he likes Richard. Cool dude. And J Rock says at Richard Hughes, your voice is super smooth. No joking.
Super smooth.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It's a smooth.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah. And Moobutt says, should I get my P38 Cerakoted to look like Megatron? Why not?
No. No, don't Cerakote. Well, it depends what your P38 looks like. If your P38 looks like my ghetto Luger, then you can do whatever you want to.
Look like Megatron, like from Transformers.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if it's rough around the edges, then have at it. You know, don't let nobody talk you out of it.
My wife texted me to turn on the printer. I have the house set up that you can just talk to Google and have the lights go on and off, and the printer and all of that. But she finally got sick of it because she heard all of the things about Siri and this and that, so she unplugged it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Megatron the Pokemon.
So here we go. In regards to routers, the Tyven Show, Richard wants to know. He says, please ask Richard about the Net Duma R1 router and his thoughts. Like, first of all, what the hell is that?
Oh gosh, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I have no clue either. That is a total Tyven question right there. So
I have the router I have right now is the Asus RT AC68U. If you're a router geek, and I do 2 tech podcasts, and you can see that on my website if you're interested in that stuff. The Asus routers are based on an open source router software called DDWRT. So it has a nice UI on it as opposed to the DDWRT software, and it's pretty powerful, pretty configurable if you're interested in those things. I'm assuming Tyven's a gamer, and he's probably asking about gamer type questions.
Yes.
And
Tyven is a total gamer nerd.
Pretty much, best thing to do is hardwired gigabit. Gigabit Ethernet to the router, hardwire.
Okay. That's the best. Do you do any gaming?
I'm a recovering gamer.
Okay.
I used to have a Halo clan and used to stay up all night playing.
Recovering.
Man, I just found my rear side on the Canic is like super loose. I'm like, holy cow! It ain't supposed to be like that.
Do that again, Walter. Hold on.
What do they say here? I think I might shoot around the corner with that sight. Let's see here. Let's go that way. That way. It adjusts to your.
Yeah, it's adjustable. It's adjustable. It's supposed to be like that.
I got to fix that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good.
Yeah.
Shut it, bird.
Pebbles getting antsy.
Yeah, he's hearing the people in the house.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, is he an attack bird?
Hey, he's like the watchbird. He'll hear my car when nobody else hears it coming up. He knows the sound of my car, and he'll start squawking because he knows I'm coming home.
Daddy's home.
Yep.
Yeah. So, that was a good one. That was a good one right there. I'm gonna put this link here in our internal chat for you guys, and then you guys check that out while I share this link with. I'm gonna go here and share this with the folks in the chat. It's totally gun related.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I think someone was trying to tell me about this over the weekend or something like that. So. Dr. Warp Speed says that bird could take a man down in 0.7 seconds. So hold on. So let me read this article here. Post of the day, new for 2019, Honda adds 9mm grip zone bumpers. In a strange industrial collaboration, carmaker, and this is all tongue-in-cheek, carmaker Honda and firearm manufacturer Springfield Armory have teamed up to develop a bumper system that will help drivers get a better handle in parallel parking situations. Labeled as the front and rear grip zones, new car buyers are given the option of either standard 9mm bumpers or 40 caliber bumpers being phased out. So this is like, apparently, if you look at this, there's I guess someone was driving down the road and someone threw.
You don't think he ran the guy over? See, I'm thinking possible. He ran the guy over, shooting at him like this.
Yeah, it's possible. So it says the driver was headed. Let's see. The driver was heading south. Or let me start again. Lakewood, Washington. A flying gun became lodged in a passing car alongside Interstate 5 near Lakewood Wednesday. The driver was heading south when he saw a black object in the air strike the front of his car, according to Trooper Guy Gale. The driver said it didn't seem to make a big impact on his car and no warning lights came on, so he drove on. He made it about 18 miles when he stopped for gas in Olympia, was surprised to find the handgun was lodged in his front bumper. The driver called 911, and he was just kind of like everyone else saying, "This is so strange, but I believe I struck a firearm, and it's still stuck in the front of my vehicle."
How do you describe that? I found this gun stuck in my bumper.
Yeah. And I mean, he's pretty lucky he didn't get like, I don't know.
How would you get
Illegal possession, right? He's
Yeah.
possessing that.
How you gonna? You don't.
That's a weird one. It's a weird one. Yeah.
Well,
So at some point they'll track this down.
In a lot of times when I get in the car and go, I got to be somewhere, and I'm like, now I'm going to be talking to the cops for an hour.
Yeah. Or it could be a setup. Yeah.
Good way to get rid of a gun, right? Just jam it into the.
Yeah, let me just throw it out the window. But that's, I don't know, man. Do you think that's real or staged? Because how does that happen? Like, what's the force that gun has to be going through the air to hit the bumper and then stick in there?
Back strap, it looks like there's a lot of road wear on the back strap. It looks like it bounced along the road or got shot up by, like a truck tire or so.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to hit it perfectly, just right to penetrate the bumper like that.
So now here's the thing that I want to know: is that the only gun that's ever bounced down the highway and hit a car, or is that the 10 millionth gun that bounced down the highway and just finally this time it embedded in the car?
Yeah, I don't know.
Richard, you're too deep of a thinker.
Yeah.
Whispered it in my ear.
And the pants says, "Talk to the cops?" ? Over a free gun ?
Yeah,
Well,
right. That's what I'm
says
saying.
free gun.
Yeah, just throw it in the trunk and keep going, man. It's like,
Yeah, hamburger helper says biker might have lost it. And Len Holt says no high capacity mag. Obviously, the magazine came out. And CB wants to know, was it a Dodge caliber? And Len Holt says, I hope it was in New Jersey. So yeah, that could go bad in lots of different ways. Because I guarantee you, in a place like New Jersey, they're like, yeah, we're putting you in prison. You possess this gun, you go to jail. So now I know that we've got like maybe less than 10 minutes left. Do you guys want to talk about this whole thing here? And people, we were alluding to it earlier in Chicago. How many people died over Memorial Day?
8, like that. 8, and then like 25 were shot, or 75 were shot, or something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah. So with everything going on in Chicago and everything that still goes on, at least 8 killed, 30 wounded in Memorial Day weekend shootings across Chicago.
Well, it's warmed up now too. So.
But did anyone get shot by an AR-15? I think that's all we care about, right?
I don't know.
I could take it even darker.
Some of these gangsters needed to be shot by some AR-15s. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So last year, over the entire Memorial Day weekend, 7 people were killed and 45 were hurt. In 2016, 8 were killed and 57 were wounded. It's probably been on par for what we've experienced in the last few years. A little up here and a little down there, said Chicago Police Department Chief Fred Waller.
What they expect.
Yeah, but I've been very impressed and very proud of the officers and their hard work. Wow. So
you couldn't pay me to be a cop in Chicago. There's no money.
Yeah.
So a lot of this was gang related from what I see. That's what's going on there. Let the people of Chicago have AR-15s. I think full auto. I say the people need the full auto AR-15s. They need this to cut down on the gangsters. So,
yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Psycho 316 says they were all shot by High Point Glock 40s.
Glock 40s. Glock 40s.
No High Point carbines.
10 millimeter anyway.
Well, 10-round mag. What the hell are you going to do with that?
What? No. What you're going to do is you can sell it anywhere. That's why they have a 10-round magazine. They can sell it anywhere.
I get it.
They don't.
California legal.
They can sell it anywhere.
Yeah. So who makes? I'm sure there's companies then that make, further capacity magazines.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they do.
Do you know of any? Can we?
Right off the top of my head, I don't remember because I'm not that fluent in High Point, though I do own one.
Yes. Absolutely. Everyone should own at least one High Point.
This has a bed of your truck.
I think if this thing hit that bumper of that Honda, it would have totaled it.
Yeah, probably.
As heavy as this
Either
thing,
that or it would have blow dried it.
it would have went right through that bumper and through the engine and hit the driver. So, yeah, that's like a armored personnel. That's like a armor piercing gun. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So Richard, you've got the High Point 10 millimeter. What do you think about it? We do have a video coming out on this, guys, as soon as I edit it.
All right, I got it. Not because I did like. I'm 10 millimeter curious, so that's the first.
That's a good way to put it.
I shoot over at Gator Guns, and one of the range officers there, he's got a 10 millimeter Glock, and so I've always wanted one of those. But what I did before I got the gun, I was looking at it, and I looked at the teardown videos, and it's a very modular system. And what I was planning on doing was 3D printing a bullpup stock for it.
Oh wow!
So
Yeah,
is there?
I think that would be cool. I mean, I was under the impression that there are some bullpup stocks already out there, but I think I'd like to see which one you come up with. If you ever do, and you make one, let us know so we could talk about it. We could show it. Go ahead, Walter.
Is there designs out there for those already, like that you can download the design? See, or you guys?
There's a company actually doing it with a 3D printer right now. They're going through the design process, and I think they have some, prototypes out right now.
Okay. High Point. I'm looking up right now. High Point carbine.
TUSC
bullpup.
Magpul makes 15 round High Point mags. TUSC. ASCII says.
Who makes them?
ProMag?
Magpul?
ProMag.
ProMag. Oh. Okay. So here we go. HTA has the Hightower Armory MBS 95, which is a bullpup thing. Have you seen that?
Yeah, that's the one. Wow, $249. If they're selling that, it's not even worth me doing it.
Yeah, it's for $249 so I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's going to work on a 10 millimeter because it's like, what's the difference?
I think it's the same frame. It doesn't make
yeah. Yeah, they don't say that here, but I mean, that's interesting.
And I looked at this site, I think on their Facebook or YouTube, they have some good videos on the design process that they went through. I actually came up with the idea and purchased this and then saw their design.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Let me see if I could take a picture of this so I could show you guys.
I dropped the link in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. In our chat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So just for anyone who wants to see it here, this is kind of like what it looks like.
That's not bad looking, actually.
Yeah, it's not terrible looking.
It's got an ACR look about it.
Yeah. Let me see. I could probably share it since you put it in our chat. I'll share it with the folks. Let's see. Let's copy it. Yeah. So that would be cool. I mean, you could, if that already exists, you could maybe add some things to it and improve it.
I'd like to come up with something original. And so here's the problem that I see in bullpups. I think an AR-15 is the benchmark, and not that I'm an AR-15 fanboy. I do have about 8 of them in different calibers and stuff, but I think a rifle should be as easy to disassemble as an AR-15, and I think the PS90 kicks butt on that. And so as far as a bullpup goes, and being a lefty and my wife being a righty, that's really why I gravitated towards the PS90. Plus, I'm a fan of Stargate. So
nothing wrong with that.
My goal on a bullpup would be to have it as easy to disassemble and take down as an AR-15 or the PS90. That might be tough to do, but
yeah, that's going to require a new gun.
Yeah, it just might be way out there.
Okay. So let's see. 817 LDS says High Point is plus P rated. Just get the bullpup kit for the High Point carbine. 10 millimeter. And Armament and Access says it should be as easy as an AK.
Right.
And Moobut says, "Yay, Stargate!" Yeah. What's your favorite Stargate character?
I don't know. Good guy, bad guy. I mean, Jack O'Neill. I think definitely.
Okay.
Bad guy. Now, are we talking through Atlantis or SG-1?
Oh, see, we can get deep.
I know nothing.
Walter's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I know about Stargate and all, and SG-1 and all that stuff, but I don't know the details. That's
Really?
Yeah. I like the original movie. I've watched the TV shows. I don't think I got into Stargate Atlantis though. I just haven't gotten around to it. I probably, Psycho 316 says love the OG show. Florida Gun says Teal'c. There you go, Teal'c.
Oh, Teal'c, of course.
Yeah, Teal'c. You got to say Teal'c. There you go. He looks like he has a ringworm on his head, though.
That's because he's the first prime of Apophis. That's molten gold poured into his head.
Oh, that's that's the big black dude, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
he's actually. I think before he was a Canadian football player.
That would be that. I like that dude because he's like he doesn't seem to get excited.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you play the alien, it's like you always got it, But they're like early Klingons.
Right.
So but I think his people they're from the other side of the Stargate, right? And there's a whole bunch of them. And he was carrying the little alien thing inside of him, right?
Symbiote.
Oh yeah, the symbiote.
Yeah, there you go. And then Holt says MacGyver is my favorite outside of the movie.
Oh,
and so everyone says MacGyver, which is O'Neill, like you said.
Yep.
So we're getting lots of Teal'cs going on here.
Speaking of symbionts, you see that kid? This is a real guy. Last week it was on news that had like an 18-inch tapeworm in him.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I guess he went to take a dump and the tapeworm died or something, and it came out.
Ugh.
And he had
go to Taco Bell first.
Yeah, probably did the hot sauce. Probably killed that tapeworm.
A top tip from Walter Keller, ladies and gentlemen: how to get rid of ringworms? Hot sauce.
Tapeworm.
Yeah. I'm sorry, tapeworms. And for this, Spencer's not here. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Spencer would have loved that.
That was on Fox. So if it was like an 18-year-old kid or a 17-year-old kid or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Psycho 316 says, and you mean Vulcan, not Klingon? No, I'm just saying that little ringworm thing on his head. It's like It's like the Klingons before their whatever the things on their head started developing.
The super duper makeup. Yeah.
Yeah. And so okay, we're almost out of time here. John E.G. Smith says, hi, just joined the chat. What is the deal with the bird? So let's go. Let's have that.
That's a fully semi-automatic bird.
Yes, it's an attack bird. All right. This is Richard Hughes. He's always in the chat. He's been a supporter for a long time. Does a lot of cool things. We were shooting over the weekend. You guys will see those videos once I get a chance to put them out. And this is his attack bird, fully semi-automatic Pebbles. Right? Pebbles is famous now. The first bird to come on the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, or probably I'm not going to say any podcast, but the first bird to be on a gun podcast for sure. I don't know. I could be wrong with that one too. Who the hell knows? Who knows? Yeah. So, all right, cool. You know what? Let's start wrapping it up here. Richard, what do you have going on? If folks out there want to follow you, I know you have a YouTube channel and you do some other things. How can people do that?
Yeah, basically flyingrich.com. My buddy's joke, it should be crashing rich, but flyingrich.com has links to the podcast that I'm on and my social media feeds.
Are you on Instagram?
I just joined Instagram. I haven't posted yet.
Okay, what's your Instagram?
Flying Rich X. Somebody took Flying Rich. I'm kind of mad.
Yeah, Flying Rich X. So go there, tag me in something. When you do your first post, tag me. And, you know what? Let me go look it up right now while Walter is saying what his thing is so I don't forget.
I'm doing this. Oh, I got to do something.
You're doing your thing. Okay. So tell us what else you have going on, Richard.
Well, I joke, the house here in Florida I call the Hughes Compound Southern Command. There was a HCNC in New York, which I fled from. I fled the tyranny and the regulation in New York, so I can own stuff like this.
Okay, very cool. Yes, we are fellow New Yorkers. We talked about that a little bit when I saw you recently. So that's pretty cool.
And actually, I'm in your old stomping ground. So you used to live in West Palm Beach, huh, Hank?
Yes, I did. And then I had to run away from West Palm Beach.
You need more land to shoot on.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? I would love to tell you that I miss West Palm Beach, but I don't. So I miss Costco. That's about it.
Oh yeah. My wife used to actually. She lived in New York City during 9/11, and that's when she says she became a Republican. I say she became a rhino then. It was several years after we got married that she actually became a Republican. And we moved down here, and I love it. I'm in Jupiter Farms. It's full redneck out here. Every day about lunchtime, somebody's shooting. I don't know what he's shooting, but I hear like 5 pops on a shotgun and then a pause for the reload. And I just want to make friends. I don't know where he is because I don't have enough property to shoot on. It's like maybe I got a local Hank Strange.
Yeah, so if that guy's listening, check out Richard. DC2 Mega Boost says OD Green Tactical Parrot. Yeah, so there you go. All right, so thanks, Rich. We'll have Rich back on. You know, we should probably talk. Rich got a whole bunch of different things going on. Rich, if you 3D print something cool, let us know. If you guys want to follow him, he's on Twitter, he's on Instagram, he's on
YouTube.
You're on YouTube. So follow him, make suggestions to him, tell him what he should 3D print. And if you do 3D print anything, let us know, man. We'll love to have,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I call dibs.
Oh, yeah. Here
on the Hank. On that bullpup stock that's going to be called the Hank.
Yes. And J-Rock says, have Richard do a 5-second spot for you. The voices. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we'll have you do some voiceovers. Why not?
Got a bromance going here.
Yeah, there you go. Walter, we can have, we'll write up some stuff and be like, you know, Richard could do it in his voice. This is Safety Harbor Firearms or something like that. We'll come up with some stuff. All right. So, Walter, what's going on with you, my friend?
Well, what's going on? Just recovering from the weekend. Trying to. Just doing what I do, man. Making the donuts. Nothing too exciting going on in the shop right now. Just doing some parts sourcing and trying to get some things made.
Yeah.
Obviously, which is normal.
Yes, absolutely.
Trying to think what's going on. Facebook, Instagram, keep an eye on that. I'll be posting some pics.
Yes. We like you in the shop working, making guns, man. You know, I want you barefoot and pregnant in the shop, Walter.
Not pregnant. And barefoot's not safe either with the metal chips on the ground.
No, okay. Now you have to be technically accurate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't even like to see Will's dog walk through the shop because there's always little metal chips, but it don't seem to bother him. So.
Get little booties for her.
Yeah.
They're
going to be big booties pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm sure she's getting bigger.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just getting ready for that shoot coming up on the 9th out there at Aries Training Facility. We're going to be out there. Just ordered some 8mm steel case Romanian ammo for the MG42. Okay, that'll be fun.
Okay, the MG42. That one you already have, right? I think I've seen that.
Yes. We haven't shot it, but I do have it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we haven't shot that. No.
I don't think so.
But I bought some ammo. I'm going to rent it. I'm going to rent my guns out there too to try to recoup a little bit of my investment. So. Okay. But anyways, we're getting ready for that, and aside from that, just making the donuts, man. As I said.
All right, very cool. So like I said, we're back today. I think I'll do a show tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy week here because Lola and I are running around doing a bunch of stuff. We've got one kid that's out of college and working. You were talking about Sears, Walter. So my son, angst. I mean, not out of college, but for the summer.
What happened?
For the summer, he's out of college. Yeah, he just he's actually working for Sears, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay.
Angst Strange is working for Sears, and you know, even the Sears that he's working in is closing down. So they hired him, and he's going to work there over the summer, and then help them close down and stuff like that. So that stuff's going on, and we got to carify him. Because I've been so busy I haven't done a video on it, but he smashed up my pickup truck.
No.
Hank, I hate to say it, I almost smashed up your pickup truck.
When
you pulled over and made that quick turn into that nursery.
I
was looking at the 10-foot sunflowers, and all of a sudden I see truck.
Oh, that would not have been good.
So the truck's in the shop.
No, it already went in the shop, came out the shop. I don't like driving cars around all smashed up.
Well, I don't. There's no reason to. So
yeah. So so we got to get him a car. Then my other son is he's graduating on Thursday, so it's going to be kind of crazy this week. But I'll let you know. I think I'm pretty much going to be here tomorrow. you know, but it is going to be crazy. So, but we're going to try to keep the shows going and all that kind of stuff so we can hang out with people. I do miss it when we're not here hanging out, but there's a lot of crazy things going on. So stay tuned to all our social media. Check out these guys. Make sure you check on Instagram. Richard is Flying Rich X, and I just followed you on Instagram. On Instagram, Walter is Safety Harbor Firearms. Make sure you follow him there. Thanks to everyone who sponsors the show. ATI Outdoors, makers of these bad boys, the ATI Minis. There you go. I don't know where Walter's went to, but there's mine. That's the AR-15.
Yeah.
There's the AK. They're back in stock if you're looking for them, as well as Big Daddy Guns, of course. Big Daddy Guns, Andrew's Custom Leather, which now Andrew's Custom Leather actually has a store where you can go to and buy certain holsters and everything. Now, yeah, you can. There's a I forgot the name. No, not an actual store. It's an online store you can go to, and there's holsters that made by Sam Andrews that are available now. You can buy them and get them. I will post stuff about that on social media. I don't think it's in our description yet. I'll try to get it in there. Of course, I think I said Safety Harbor Firearms.
That's us.
Make sure you guys check that out. Thanks to everyone that's Patreons of ours. We're Patreon/Hank Strange. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you in tomorrow. Peace.
Goodbye.
We're out of here.
Bye.